Before we get into the video, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I mean, come on, what are you doing if you're not subbed to me by now? My content is fire, from stop motions, news videos, reviews, music occasionally. All my social media accounts are linked down below, and now, let's get straight to it. Okay, so we have a ton of Transformers news to cover in this video from the past day or so, couple hours basically. So the first thing that I want to talk about here, we have some exclusives for Transformers listings that have been found. We have an Amazon 2-pack of IDW's Javelin and Cascade and a Walmart Retro Skywarp. Now, talking about this comic 2-pack of Javelin and Cascade, it's also going to be an e-commerce capsule line, which I think this was one of the ones that's also going to be sold as an SDCC exclusive as well, if I'm remembering things correctly from what JT Prime 17 has stated. Don't quote me on that, but from what I'm remembering, that's what it's going to be. And it's also going to be, obviously, Amazon. It's going to be a part of that 2-pack thing that we've gotten with Orion Pax and Senator Shockwave and Megatron and Ratbat. And along with that line, there's going to be a new Nova Prime from IDW coming out. There's been a lot of rumblings and rumors of that, and he was on the package art for, I think, Senator Shockwave in the Orion Pax 2-pack. So he's definitely going to be the leader class listing of that wave for Amazon, which is sick. And I think there's one other deluxe class or Voyager we don't know about, along with the Nasil Seeker listing that we got a few months back. So this Javelin and Cascade 2-pack, it's a real deep cut. I had to look these characters up because I had no idea who these were. At first I thought these were like code names, like how they do sometimes with Generations and Studio Series, but no, these are their actual names. They're two female characters from, I think, More Than Meets the Eye comics, and they also showed up a little bit in the IDW 2.0 universe from a couple years ago. So these are some pretty C-D-list IDW characters. It's pretty interesting how these are going to be handled in toy form, what molds they're going to choose, or if they're going to be new molds. But we have seen with this Amazon line that pretty much every figure in this line so far has been either a repaint or a remold. So my best guess is that these are going to be remolds, or I don't know, maybe they might do something crazy and give us all new molds for these two D-list IDW characters. You never know. We've gotten a lot of strange things to happen in these past couple years and generations since the major switch from G1 to more universes and eras. And thanks to JT Prime 17, we have our first look at the next G.I. Joe and Transformers collaborative. It is going to be Soundwave with Dreadnought and Thunder Machine, and Zartan too. I thought Dreadnought was the name of one of the characters. I'm sorry, I'm not the biggest G.I. Joe head. So Dreadnought Thunder Machine is, I guess, the vehicle that Soundwave transforms into, and then it comes with Zartan, and who's the other character? It's a female character. Sorry, I'm not up on my G.I. Joe, okay? I'm not the biggest G.I. Joe head. Zarana, I think, is her name, but this also comes with an MP Ravage repaint. So I guess these are MP scale. I don't know. I don't really collect these G.I. Joe collaborative figures at all. I haven't really liked the Bumblebee and the Megatron, how those came out. But this Soundwave definitely seems to be the better one so far, just judging by how he looks. And these retro G.I. Joe reissues don't look too shabby either. They still kind of hold up in terms of 3 3/4 inch figures. And I like the chain that you can wrap around with that Ravage. The repaint is a little odd for Ravage. I wish they would have kept him black and silver, but maybe that ties into him transforming as a part of Soundwave's vehicle mode, or they just wanted to match up colors with the Dreadnought vehicle, who knows. But it's a pretty decent pack. I think this is one of the better ones we've gotten from the G.I. Joe and Transformers collab line. And the vehicle mode looks pretty cool. There's not a lot of kibble on this Soundwave. I mean, there's some, but it's not as crazy as the Bumblebee or The Megatron wasn't too bad, but this definitely seems to be the better kibble management so far. From various artists' Instagram pages and ArtStation pages from the past couple of days that worked on Rise of the Beast, we have a ton of new concept art that reveals a lot of interesting facts about this movie and the development of these characters. First one here, Optimus Prime. We now know why some of the gimmick line figures for Optimus look the way they do with the Beast Hunters-esque truck mode and robot mode. Here's the concept art for it. This was originally going to be his look in the movie early on before they switched it to the obvious Bumblebee movie design. And this is pretty cool. And the next one here, Stratosphere. I think this is our first ever look of him just standing up straight in a plane environment, and I'm pretty sure this is going to help out with a lot of scale charts for people that like to do that. I know a lot of movie fans really are into those scale charts, and I'm excited to see what people do in terms of edits and stuff like that. So I don't know if there's much changed with this concept art to the final version of the film. I can't really remember, but still pretty cool to see. And we have the bot himself, Decepticon Transit. And this is a menacing design. This is the first look we have of him just standing in a blank environment too. And this is a great design. I can't remember how much it differs from the control art we saw a few months ago. I'll probably be throwing up a comparison between the two images here in the video. But this is a creepy design. It reminds me of something from Resident Evil with those monster guys with the axes or whatever. And it reminds me from something from Silent Hill. It just gives me that vibe, and I really like it. Sure, I do wish there was a bit more vehicle mode kibble on him to, make it a little bit more known that it's an actual Transformer, because I'm getting major Silent Hill and Resident Evil vibes from this guy, and it's just awesome. In Mirage, adding some fuel to the fire here with him originally being Jazz and changing up the name last minute, presumably for maybe some trademark reasons with Hasbro. Y'all know Hasbro loves to throw trademarks around to keep them and do whatever and stuff. And now talking about more Mirage or Jazz concept art here, we got him with the visor. He's got a visor right here. This would have been such a perfect Jazz. He's got the red, he's got the blue, he's got the silver/white on him. It looks like they even tried to do some white highlights on there. This just screams Jazz. Like, look at that helmet design with the visor on this one. Look at the visor design on that one, and I don't know. I'm thinking this was originally going to be Jazz, and somebody came in and changed it to Mirage for trademark reasons with Hasbro again. Like, I don't know what could have went on here. But yeah, this just adds more fuel to the fire that this probably was originally Jazz rather than Mirage. And looking at Pablo Jack here, we have concept art that shows him with a more classic Wheeljack look with the visor, not visor, mouth plate and ears, and even his iconic wings that are stuck to the wings of the vehicle mode, giving it more of a different and interesting look to it. I really wish they went with this design. I mean, I like Pablo's design. I don't hate what they went for with the movie. I'm not one of those fans, but it would have been cool to see the G1 classic Wheeljack look taking on this this new vehicle mode in the movie. So it is what it is. I don't hate what they did with Pablo Jack. It's just, I don't know, I would have wished to see this, but that's just me. And lastly, we have some concept art here for Terracon Nightbird that originally shows some Decepticon logos on there. We saw Scourge last week. He had the freaking Decepticon logo as his head, similar to Tarn. Maybe he was originally Tarn. Now, Nightbird here, we have Decepticon logos all over her concept art. And another interesting thing here, They were using the original Beast Wars title and Beast Wars font for the concept art. You can see it's dated May 25th of 2020. So maybe this movie was originally called Transformers Beast Wars, and they were going to lean more into the nostalgia of the Beast Wars cartoon and using that font maybe even. So that would have been cool to see, but, you know, what they went with is fine too, I guess. And the fact that these were originally Decepticons, I don't know. Maybe Unicron wasn't even involved in the original version of this movie, and these were just more Decepticons sent by Megatron on Cybertron to locate whether or not the Autobots are on Earth. The fact that these were Decepticons raises a lot of questions on what the original story was. Was Unicron involved? Was Megatron originally supposed to appear? Like, I mean, it really gets your mind racing on what was changed, who changed it, how Stephen Caple Jr. came in, read the script, and maybe even added Unicron and Transit into the movie, changing the Decepticons into Terracons. I don't know. I have heard that it was Stephen Caple Jr.'s idea for Unicron and maybe even the Terracons in Transit too. I don't know how true that is, but that's something that's floating around there for rumors. But this is very interesting here. I don't know what their original plan was. Hopefully we find out soon enough. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in this video. Let me know in the comments down below what y'all think about all this concept art revealing tons of new info on early production of Rise of the Beast. What do you guys think about the new G.I. Joe and Transformers collab with Soundwave and Zartan? What do you guys think about the new IDW Amazon figures that were revealed via listings? Let me know down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye!